So this question comes up pretty often, or topic comes up anyways, pretty often, not only just from home sellers, but also in the real estate community. There's huge debates around this subject. And the question of what's wrong with me hiring my friend to sell my house, my friend or my family member to sell my house. And, first of all, you have to understand, your friend or family member by default expects that you're going to sell your house with them. They just expect it because they are in the business to sell houses. They let you know that they're in the business to sell houses, and they want you to use them to sell houses. The big issue always comes up of, what if something goes wrong? What if something happens in the transaction that affects you detrimentally, or just sheds a light that maybe they weren't as professional as you expected, or paints a different picture? And we've seen relationships change significantly because at the end of a transaction, the home seller, you kind of goes, you know what? He or she wasn't quite the person that we thought they were. That left a bad taste in our mouth as far as doing business with them. And so, so you have to take those things into consideration. And so here's a couple little tips that you can be thinking about as you're trying to make the decision of who you're hiring, and if it includes friends and family. Number one, first of all, whatever you do, don't ask your friend or family member for advice. Just don't ask them for advice at all until you're 100% sure that you're going to hire them. And I'll tell you what, it's kind of like, think about it like this. Think about, if you owned a pizza shop and somebody went down to the store and picked up a couple DiGiorno's and walked into the store with them and said, hey, can you throw these in the oven for me, right? What would you think? You'd think, hey man, this is my livelihood. This is what I do. I make pizzas for people, and you're coming in here bringing a frozen pizza, right? It wouldn't feel good at all. And so it's the same thing. You ask advice. You say, hey, well, what should we do about this? Well, do you think we should fix this up? Should we remodel the kitchen to get more money? Variety of questions that come up, and you're asking advice. A couple of things are happening. Number one, you're laying the groundwork in their mind that they are in fact going to get hired by you to sell your house. Secondly, you're having them do work. If you go to an attorney and you say, hey, can you give me some advice? They're going to tell you, sure, for $300 an hour. If you go to a doctor's office and you walk in and say, I just have a question for the doctor, first of all, you're never going to get in because, doctors are too busy. But their time's extremely valuable. And it's the same thing with a real estate agent. You ask them questions, they're working because they're pulling from their knowledge and their experience and their expertise over years and years and years, assuming that they've been in the business for years and years and years. So don't ask them questions or for advice until you're 100% sure that you are in fact going to hire them. And here's the other thing that you need to really take a good look at is they may not be the most qualified or the best qualified for the job. And the analogy that I use is, you find yourself in a legal situation. Do you go get the guy, your friend, who just passed the bar to represent you, to keep you out of jail, to protect you, to stand by you in the courtroom and have all the answers? I would say probably not, because you don't want to go to jail, right? Same thing. You go to a doctor and you say, hey, boy, I've got this this tumor, and this thing needs to come out because it's going to kill me if it doesn't. And then you suddenly, your friend just, finishes getting their licensing as an MD or PhD, and they, they're just starting their career. You're probably not going to go to them because you want the best of the best, right? Same thing with real estate. It's, a lot of people think real estate is kind of a hobby, and because of that, it kind of doesn't matter who you pick. They all do the same thing. And I'll tell you, that's not true. That is not true at all. Like any industry, you have people who are professionals, who've been in the business, who've been committed to the business for years, for decades. In my case, I've been here over 20 years. I've been in this business. Most agents don't survive more than 2 years, and almost hardly any survive 5. So how long has your friend been in the business? Secondly, how many transactions have they done? Statistically, across the entire United States, if you took every agent across the United States and averaged out how many homes those agents sold per year, you would have 2 sales per year. So now do the math on that. Just think about, okay, my friend has, you know, if he makes 2 sales a year, even here in Orange County, California, where, you know, probably you could expect anywhere from, you know, a $15,000 gross commission. That's before splits, before taxes, before expenses, right? So more like $8,000. So they take $8,000, they do 2 of those, they make $16,000 in the year. Are they surviving? Are they living? No, not really. Maybe they have a working spouse or something like that that's helping supporting the household, which is great. But it doesn't mean that they're a highly qualified agent to get the job done for you and to get you the most money. Another story, I had somebody, a past client of mine, you know, and this is, to me, this makes no sense whatsoever that she did this, but there was a lady who lived in her apartment or her condo complex that she said, you know what, I want to hire this lady, and she was upfront with me about it. I want to hire this lady because, you know, I just want to give her a chance. And you know what, I get it. Everybody starts somewhere. I started somewhere. I had to close my first transaction at some point in time. But the problem with that was, in the end, I'll cut to the chase here, is that when she sold my past client's condo, she actually sold it for $40,000 less than the comparable sales in that complex. And so I get it. My past client was trying to reach out to her and give her a chance and help her out and do all this stuff, but at what expense? She handed over $40,000 to her friend, or didn't even hand it to her friend. It'd be one thing if her friend kept it. Okay, somebody got the money. No, the money just was given away to the buyer. So this is a real big problem, is that if your friend or family member isn't doing business consistently every single month, ongoing, transaction after transaction, so that they stay in practice, right? We call it, some people refer to it as a real estate practice. Well, if you, like anything, if you don't practice, you don't stay good at it, right? And so definitely take that into consideration when you're deciding, well, do we hire our friend or not? And I have a solution for all this. I'm going to give to you at the end here. You know, and are they full-time? Are they part-time? But again, that could be a little misleading, because if they do have a supporting spouse that, you know, brings the majority of the income into the house and then turns around and you know, and they do their real estate business, again, even if they say they're doing it full-time, how many transactions are they doing? And folks, the reality is, in this business, a license is really easy to get. It's really, really easy to get. But this business is hard and expensive to do. So if they're only doing a few transactions a year and they're just barely paying any bills, how are they funding their business? How are they funding the marketing? So things to think about. A good way to test to see if your friend has your best interest in mind, your friend or your family member, is do this. Call them up and say, look, you know what, you know, we love you. We love you to death. You're a dear friend of ours. But the most important thing to us is our relationship with you. And we have an incredible fear that if something went wrong, or even if things mostly went right, but there was even a couple little things that went wrong that it would damage our relationship. And I know that if I just outright hired another agent, you would hate me forever, and you would not want to do any more, be my friend anymore, because your feelings would be hurt. But I want to tell you, this is what we want to do. We want to use another another agent, and but we want to set it up so that they give you a standard referral fee, which is a 25% referral fee. And that way, you, my friend, my family member, whatever, you're making a good amount of money without having to do any work. And our relationship stays 100% intact. And if that other agent that we hire ends up messing stuff up, then you're out of the loop on that. It's all on them. And so if you sit down with your friend and you kind of explain that to them, if they get really upset and say, no, but we're friends, we're supposed to do business together, and blah blah blah, and all that stuff, you really got something to think about. What's more valuable? Friendships are always way more valuable, right? But in the end of the day, if you're putting more money in your pocket because you're hiring the right agent to do the job, could you make it up to them somehow? And I think any good, mature individual who's been in the business for a while, who might say, you know what, I respect that, I appreciate that. Frankly, me, at this point in time in my career, if somebody says they wanted to send me a referral check, I'm happy as a clam to do it. So, don't have any problems with that. So, just a little recap here. Just keep in mind that your friends and your family members expect you to hire them. They just do. And their feelings are going to get hurt if you don't hire them, especially if you ask them questions and make them work. So address the issue up front before it gets to that point. So if you have any real estate questions at all, you're selling, you have questions, you're buying, you have a question, feel free just to give me a call. Numbers on the page here somewhere, or if you're watching this on YouTube or on Facebook, it will be in the description. Alrighty, take care, have a great day, see you later.